Hello viewers, welcome to the program. This is Spotlight, a program that profiles outstanding individuals within the community. Do you have somebody that you feel need to be honored? Do you feel there's somebody out there that need to come on the program and raise the aspiration of our new generation? Please do contact the show because we are here to support one another. We are here to support the community. We are here to raise the aspiration and be a role model to our younger generation and the generation we are living in. So thank you so much for being with our program today, and thank you for all our viewers that weekly tune in. We appreciate you so much because we know without you there's no program. Indeed, I'm honored to have someone so spectacular in the community that I'm sure will raise your aspiration. I'm honored to have the worshipful mayor of the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham, Councillor Peter Chan. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank
Wonderful.
you for the invite. Thank you.
I'm honored to have you in the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself, please?
Okay. My name is Peter Chan. I lived in Barking and Dagenham all my life.
Okay.
And I still live there today. So my roots are purely in Dagenham.
Now, I was reading your profile. They use the term the Dagenham boy or the Dagenham lad. How did that come about?
Well, we're Dagenhamites. so how it come about? When you was young,
Yes.
and you was born in Dagenham,
Yes.
you always become a Dagenham lad.
Okay, wonderful.
And I'm known as a Dagenham lad because I was born and bred there, and my roots are still there. My parents come from India.
Okay.
And they came over from India in 1954,
Okay.
which was a very, very difficult time.
Yes, indeed.
For immigrants to come into this country, and they made their roots here, and long may that continue.
Wonderful. Once again, I'd like to congratulate you on your new election as mayor, and I trust that the community together will serve you, and we together will serve you for a better community, for a betterment to empower the community. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Now, you took office from our former mayor, Councillor Santia Lashia. Now, she mentioned that during her, political career, that she did not have anyone in her family to mentor or guide her. But her interest in politics was sparked during a politics course that she was doing at college. In a nutshell, how did you get into politics?
Okay, that's a very good question. From a very young age, I've had parents always instilled in me to help others from a very young age. So my mother, and you've read my profile,
Yes.
my mother feels that profile very heavily in my heart because of the way she was. She always wanted to help people. She had a smile on her face,
That's right.
a spring in her step, and that's how I want to be remembered when I finally depart from this world. I want to have a smile on my face and a spring in my step and helping people. So from a very young age, I was always 14, 15. So going back a few years, we used to cut elderly people's front gardens, or clean the car, or carry shopping. Because my mum used to tell me that's what you should be doing,
Yes.
to help the older generation.
That's right.
And from that, I wanted to become a tennis player. I had a dream because I wanted to be a tennis player. I've never made a tennis player because in Barking and Dagenham, not many tennis players that went that far because money.
Yes.
So tennis is an elite sport, and it is even to today.
True.
People who have got the money to have coaches and the entourage around them normally then go on to do very well.
True.
So I went into a different path. I decided I want to be a tennis coach. But then I wanted to contact my MP. The MP at the time was Brian Gould, which was a fantastic MP.
Yes.
He was a front bencher for the Labour Party. And I was only 18, and he probably thought, what is this young man doing in my office? And I was demanding, where I worked in Hammersmith and Fulham, why can't we have the same facilities here in Barking and Dagenham?
Wow.
So I met him many times, even in the House of Commons. And frankly, he kind of took me under his wing.
Wow.
Because what he wanted more young people
That's right.
to come through and have a voice. And he empowered me to do that.
Wow.
I took a different course after that because then I ended up being a youth worker for Barking and Dagenham
Yes.
to work with youth. Then I went into sports development in Newham and Wolverhampton Forest. So my life took a different turn.
Gotcha.
But then I turned into politics way before 2010 because everywhere I went, people said, Barking and Dagenham, racist borough. You've got 12 BNP councillors. And I said, well, I don't recognise this racist borough
True.
because I live here. My roots are here. So how can that be a racist borough? You are painting a different picture to what I see.
Absolutely.
So I want to make a change.
Absolutely.
So my change was go out and knock on doors and tell people we can make Barking Dagenham great.
Yes.
We need to go and make sure people go and vote and vote out those racist BNP politicians that we
absolutely.
have here. So we can call this our home. Or everybody can call it their home, irrespective of
Absolutely.
their race,
Absolutely.
their colour, or
Yes.
their religious
Absolutely.
background. We wanted everyone to feel welcome.
Absolutely.
And we did that in 2014,
Wonderful.
which was, well, 2010 actually.
Yes.
But then I was elected in 2014.
Oh, wonderful. Now, in your opinion, what should we do as a community to raise the aspiration of our young people?
Young people need to be involved.
That's it.
They need to get involved in everyday life. They need to feel as if they're wanted in the communities. We see so many problems today with young people.
Yes.
And this council is the leader in London
Yes.
in the way that they're engaging with young people.
That's
So
right.
at the moment, as you know, 3 months ago we opened the first youth zone.
Yes.
30,000 young people have joined up to join the youth zone
Excellent.
from all around the surrounding boroughs, which is no mean feat. Now I'm having mayors talk to me and saying, right, okay, you've got a youth zone there. I want one in Hackney. I want one in Enfield.
That's
I
right.
want one in Redbridge. How do we do it? So you need to speak to our leader, Councillor Darren Rodwell, because he was the one who saw that vision and brought that here. And now we should be spreading that because young people need that outlet. Young
That's true.
people need
Yes.
to
Yes.
feel
Yes.
as though they're part of the bigger and wider community.
Absolutely. Wonderful. In case you're tuning, this is Spotlight, a program that profiles outstanding individual in our community to raise the aspiration of our younger generation. And as you can see, I'm honored to have the worshipful mayor of the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham. Community cohesion is key for the transformation and development of our community. Now, in your opinion, what should we do to promote community cohesion?
But absolutely, you're absolutely right. It's the key. For me, at the council are on that path.
Yes.
We've got lessons still to be learned.
Absolutely, yeah.
But what we're doing now, these summer festivals that we had. Summer festivals bring in people from all backgrounds together.
Yes.
It's a free event. These are free events, which are fantastic events where
Absolutely.
we really showcase not only what we do well here in Britain, but what other communities can bring in. And we've given them a platform to show this is what you're about. Now we have a flag raising event in the town hall
Okay.
when there's a special event in whichever country
Yes.
there is.
Yes.
So we've just had one for the Srebrenica atrocities that happened in Srebrenica, where that was last month. On Wednesday we have the Pakistan independence,
Yes.
and on Thursday we'll have the Indian independence.
Okay.
And we will raise the flags for them, but we'll have those communities coming together,
Yes.
shoulder to shoulder.
Yes.
And people from outside of that community coming standing shoulder to shoulder.
Wow.
And that's really important. We need to bring people together
Absolutely.
from all different backgrounds,
Absolutely.
and this is the way we do it.
Wonderful.
Working together, understanding your community,
Yes.
bringing you into the forefront, and having a platform. We need a platform.
Yes.
And this is what this council is
Absolutely.
offering.
Absolutely. Now, we have a lot of parents watching. You are a parent. You are a mom, you are a dad, you are a granddad. But a lot of you are concerned about the future of your children. You're worshipful. Can you give us a message of hope to our parents? Because there's a lot of rise of knife crimes. And we've seen, so to speak, an epidemic of increase of such crimes. What message of hope do you have to parents watching now?
Well, first of all, knife crime is an epidemic right across
Yes,
London.
yes, yes.
And there's a very, very sad state of affairs.
Yes.
State of affairs, I don't want to be a political, but state of affairs where we haven't enough police on the streets. Police numbers have been cut
Yes.
systematically for the last
Yes.
5 to 10
Yes,
years.
that's true.
But this is not a police problem. This is a problem for communities.
Yes.
Every life that we lose is a damning
Absolutely, yeah.
on all our communities.
Absolutely, yeah.
Young people are in fear of their lives. So I had a summit last month in a mosque not too far from here, talking about knife crime.
Yes.
And I gave a clear message to parents. Please know where your son and daughter are.
Absolutely.
What are they doing? How are you engaging with them?
True.
They need someone that they can talk to.
That's right.
They need someone they can come to.
That's right.
Parents, you've got to be their best friends.
Yes.
You've got to understand
Yes.
what they're going through.
Yes.
Bullying in schools are rife. I'm a school governor, and it really, really saddened me a day when the school had to put up a knife detector machine. We never had this in my day.
Wow.
We had, in my day, there was fisticuffs, there was fighting, but there was never knife crime. We never had kids that would feel the need to take a kitchen knife from the drawer and carry it for protection. Most of this is for protection.
True. Yeah.
So I urge parents, please, see what your son and daughter's got in their bag. See what are they going to school with. Who are they hanging around with?
True.
What are they doing
Yes.
late at night? Make sure you're talking to them. Nourishing them is not the right word, but engaging with them,
That's right, yeah.
working with them,
That's right.
understanding the problems that they're going through. And really, to be honest, you are the forefront on stopping this knife crime. It isn't going to be stopped by the police, it's going to be stopped at home. The
Yes,
home has
yes.
a big part
Yes,
to play
yes.
in this.
Now, I've had the opportunity to meet a parent who has lost their son as a result of knife crime. And I find it really difficult to even give a word of encouragement to them. They have suffered a loss that can never be regained back. There's a lot of parents also could be watching and they've had that experience. And themselves, they're afraid to go out. They're afraid for their next siblings also to go out. What word of encouragement can you give them, those who have suffered that loss?
Richard, I also had the misfortune of meeting parents who've just lost their son.
Yes.
A 15-year-old son who was stabbed to death in the school that I'm a governor of. And words completely, I was lost for words.
That's right, yeah.
But the only hope I could give was, please, do not give up hope on
That's right.
society.
That's right.
We have to work through this collectively.
Yes.
All of us. We all look. I'm a parent. But I'm also a corporate parent.
That's right.
Every councillor in Barking and Dagenham, who is a councillor, becomes a corporate parent. So I'm a parent to your children.
That's right, yeah.
I'm a parent to many children because we are corporate parents.
That's right.
And it's very, very hurtful to see what's going on, and I feel very emotional about this, but we need to find the solutions collectively.
That's right.
I can't do it on my own. I need your help and support.
That's
So
right.
please help us to eradicate this. Not now, not tomorrow, but as soon as possible. This has to be eradicated because it's gone on too many lives have been lost, and we just cannot afford this
Absolutely.
to happen anymore.
And I know that you will have a lot of work to do. Surely there's a lot of improvement that need to be brought about in the community. What are you hoping to achieve in your mayoral term?
Okay, so my mayoral term is I'm focusing on people with learning disabilities.
Yes, that's
So
right.
it's very close to my heart. I'm a carer.
Yes.
So it's very unusual to have a mayor who's a carer.
Yes,
so my daytime job, and I still do my daytime job.
Okay.
Me and my wife are carers.
Yes.
But one of the things I really want to bring out this year is to bring them to the forefront.
That's
so
right.
when I gave my speech to become a mayor,
Yeah.
I said I want people with disabilities and learning disabilities to be the forefront of my mayoral year.
Yes.
I want to showcase that these people have talent.
That's right.
These people belong in the community. These people have a place in our community.
That's right, yeah.
Many years ago, people with learning disabilities was put away in institutionalised.
That's right, yeah.
And my vision is that they play an active role in Barking and Dagenham.
Yes.
And work closely with you and
Yes,
I.
yes, indeed.
And that's the message I want to get out.
Now that also brings you to the next one. You have chosen, I believe, two charities
Two charities.
that you're so passionate about. Can you just let us know what it is and perhaps how we can support this charity?
Well, the Independent Living Agency is based in Dagenham.
Yes.
And has been for 22 years.
Wow.
Many people haven't heard of the Independent Living Agency.
Okay.
Which is very, very hurtful for me because I wouldn't have heard if I wasn't a carer.
Gotcha.
Or if I didn't have a disability, I wouldn't know who they are.
Yes.
So for me, they're unsung heroes. But they have over 800 people with a disability on their books. They support on a daily basis through
Yes.
people like me, carers. 800 people. And they are a charity.
Yes.
And we know charities find it very difficult at this time of austerity. So we're trying to help the charity. Two things. to raise their profile.
Yes.
And also for me to help raise some funds for them. So
Absolutely.
we're doing a series of events to raise fundraising events
Yes.
to help raise some funds for
Okay.
for the charity.
Okay.
The other charity is Dagenham United charity.
Okay, yes.
Which works very closely with primary schools
Yes,
in
yeah.
Barking and Dagenham.
That's right,
And the good thing about Dagenham United is that schools come to us and say they will come to us and say, little Joe Bloggs hasn't got a PE kit.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad can't afford it. Can you help? And we never say no.
Wow.
We always support wherever possible. We support the hostel at Christmas.
Yes.
Because a hostel is a very, very difficult place to live.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's a place where people are sent when they've got nowhere to live.
Yes.
So they're very desperate anyway.
Absolutely.
And when we've got young people living in those conditions,
My goodness.
the only thing we can do is at Christmas, just when councils all come together, we say, on behalf of the council, on behalf of Dagenham United, these are presents for you, and here's a party. And we are lucky enough to be supported by Time FM,
Yes.
who give us lots of presents.
Oh, wonderful.
And also by the Muslim Elders Association of
Wonderful.
Barking,
Wonderful.
who also, they've been absolutely fantastic
Wonderful.
in monetary donations that they offer us.
Well, on top of that, I would like to thank you so much for all the support that you are giving to. In case I believe you're watching, so thank you so much for all those companies and organizations that have been so supported to the charities that the mayor is so passionate about. Now, I want to read a quote because Barking and Dagenham have been noted as the borough to have gender equality charter, which is highly recommendable. And this is an initiative that needs to be encouraged at every occasion. How can we empower, women, to address this issue?
Well, Richard, you've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
This council was the first council
Yes.
to have the gender
Absolutely.
equality.
Yeah.
And that is the vision of our leader,
Yes.
Councillor Darren Rodwell, who is passionate about promoting women.
Yes.
And promoting women that have the qualities to lead.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We are the only borough, London Borough, which I'm very proud of,
Yes. Yes.
that we have more women on the cabinet
Yes.
than any other London borough. Out of 10 cabinet members, 6 of them are women. And that goes a long way showing people that we take women and their life experiences to the forefront to lead this council. Believe me, although Darren Rodwell was the leader, the women are the ones that lead the borough.
Yes.
They really are.
Yes, yes.
Look, we have to champion this. We don't have to only champion it here.
Yes.
Right across the country.
Wow.
We have to reach out to all the boroughs to say, look, this is what we're doing. You have to do the same. Because
Absolutely.
gone are the days where directors are men sitting on the big jobs.
Yeah.
Women have the same and should be empowered to be the same and equal to us.
Yeah.
I'm a great advocate of that.
Absolutely. So, congratulations, the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham, because this is the first borough to lead this campaign. And I'm honored to be to host the program from the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham, and also to say, me in my line of work, my wife has been very supportive. And today also, she might not be on the screen, but she's been very supportive in everything that I do. And I really appreciate her. Women are the backbone of men of today. So I know my wife could be watching, and I know you're watching from the other side. I'd like to thank you so much, my wife, Michelle Cunningham. I really appreciate you so, so much. Now, in your political career, how has your wife and family supported you?
I'm glad you mentioned your wife, Michelle.
Yes, yes.
My wife is the mayoress.
Yes.
And she has been, again, my backbone. I normally introduce her as my better half because she's a true worker.
Yes, yeah.
Not only raising children, looking after the house, then on top supporting me in my mayoral duties.
Yes.
She stands by my side in every event.
Yeah.
Very rarely does she miss an event.
Absolutely.
And that is so empowering for me to showcase an Asian woman.
That's right, yeah.
That is standing by her husband in this role, in a way that she does. It's absolutely, for me, it's an honour to have my wife. Also,
Yeah.
my sister is also my
Okay,
other.
well,
She's my
okay.
other Mayoress.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
she's my other Mayoress. So I'm surrounded by strong women,
It's very good.
influential
Yes, yeah.
women that are there to support me, and they are the backbone.
Wonderful.
And women are the backbone of, I think, every relationship.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
They keep.
They keep their family.
Yeah, they keep the
Absolutely. I'm a Christian, and there's a lot of faiths, various faiths in the community, and we embrace whatever background, whatever faith that is within the borough, because we are one at the end of the day. Now, how important is churches, faith organizations, and NGOs? How are they important to the London Borough of Buckingham Dagenham?
Well, Richard, I'm glad you asked that question.
Yes.
I'm also a Christian,
Wonderful.
and I work very close with
Yes.
mosque organisations.
Yeah.
They all have a part to play.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, religion brings us together.
Yes.
They don't divide us.
Yes.
People who divide us are the religion that is not for peace. And we have that in all walks of life.
That's right. Yeah.
The religion that I believe in is a religion of peace. My wife's religion is of peace. The Muslim organisation I work with is a religion of peace.
Yes.
And they have a big part to play in Berkeley and Dagenham,
That's
because we
right.
have more faith groups in this borough than most boroughs.
Yeah.
And they work hand in hand. They work very closely together.
Yes.
They actually, a lot of churches where I live, they're actually food banks.
Yeah.
You know, they reach out to people in the community that are less fortunate than ourselves. Now, who would have heard of a food bank 5 years ago? Now, churches have a part to play.
Absolutely.
Because they are now meeting the needs of
That's right, yeah.
of their local residents,
Yes.
of their parishioners.
That's right, yeah.
And they're coming together, they're feeding the hungry,
Yes.
they're helping the poor.
Yes.
They're not just churches or faith organisations, they're a lot more than that.
Yes.
They're about bringing people together and helping and supporting wherever possible. And they've always welcoming Berkeley and Dagenham.
Wonderful.
Always.
I just wanted to use this opportunity to speak, as you are the mayor of this borough, to the viewers watching on how wonderful Barking and Dagenham is.
Well, you've said it, how wonderful Berkeley and Dagenham is.
Yes, indeed.
Look, Berkeley and Dagenham, I've lived it all my life, 53 years of experience. Now, Berkeley and Dagenham is a place of opportunity. It is growing as we speak. We can see the development here. People are coming to Berkeley and Dagenham because of the opportunities that we offer. We offer not only women gender equality, but our motto in Berkeley and Dagenham is everyone matters. We are all one community, one borough, one community, but nobody left behind. And that is very, very important, because as far as I can see, nobody is left behind. We make time for anybody and everybody, wherever you're needed. Please come to Berkeley and Dagenham, because it's a great place. It's friendly. Don't believe everything you hear. It really is a great place to be. Things have changed, and they're continuing to change. So come, make your home here. You won't be disappointed. If you are, find out who the mayor is and go and find him or her.
Wonderful. Oh, fantastic. Well, viewers, we are running out of time, but I would like to use the opportunity to thank you, the viewers, because without you, we have no show. And most important, I would like to thank the worshipful mayor of the London Borough of Barking and Dagenham to find time to come and share some thought that I believe you'll find inspirational. I believe you'll find interesting, and perhaps maybe you had the interest of pursuing such career. Please do so, because the sky is not even the limit. Your worshipful mayor, I'd like to thank you so much for coming to the studio.
Thank you.
In your busy schedule.
Thank you.
Please, I would love you to come back again and just update us of
I'd love to.
the various projects that you're doing,
Thank you.
the charity that work you're doing, and I would like to wish you the best in your mayoral year.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much for coming.
Thank you.
Viewers, it's been an honor having you. This is Richard Cunningham. Until next time, this is Spotlight. God bless you.